Another day, another video, another movie, another film. So today's film inaitwa The Fall. The Fall ama Fall? Inaitwa Fall. It's about these two girls who ended up getting stuck kwa tower. I don't know. Kuna time hizo clips zilikuwa zina circulate TikTok. Actually niliwatch your movie TikTok. These two girls who they were just on an adventure and then they decided haya tupande ile nini. So it was a huge, a tall, see huge, a very tall tower. Sijui kama ni ya signal ama ilikuwa ya nini. Huge tower ni kitu mrefu, ni kama hizi towers za stima. That one's a very tall. Alafu ilikuwa mzee. So just for the adrenaline wakaambia na tupande, and they pandad. Kulikuwa na ngazi, so they used the ladder. They pandad until they got to the top. Na hapo sasa ndio wakajua ni mbaya. Hapo ndio wakajua sasa ni kubaya. When the ladder broke, nikaanguka huko chini pa. Let me tell you, mimi I think I'm afraid of heights. Yeah, I think I am. So kitu kama hiyo, situation kama okay, kama kuna hata kama kuna ngazi, sijui kama nitapata clips or a picture niweke hiyo tower hapo. It was tall, and now you can imagine mkuko juu. It's not even funny anymore. Ngazi imeanguka because it was old and crooked. Kakaanguka kangazi, walikuwa nione huko chini hivi. Hata I think hawakuwa wanaiona. Okay, walikuwa wanaiona huko chini. And there's no way mungeruka. There's no way mungeambia na guy, how do we get down from here? Labda turuka. There was no way. So that's why things started going south. Hapo ndio mambo iliharibika. Hapo ndio walianza kupaniki. And obviously kwa movie kama hizo there's no signal, there are no people around, although kulikuwa na watu walikama around but they didn't help them as much. So tell me why mkuko juu kwa hiyo tower. Now it's like you're really close to the sun, hiyo jua yote. And then it was so hot. Alafu maji imeisha, so wakakunywa maji wako wawili, maji kushasha hapo imeshaisha. So a lot was going on. They really had a hard time. Nakwambia niliwatch movie, I felt so sad and so sorry for them. Although ni watu walijipeleka huko wenyewe, no walipanda hiyo tower wenyewe, lakini nafika place they went through so much suffering. You can go watch it. It was fun. They went through so much. Actually later kama mtenda watch bado nitaspoil juu I have to say what the ending was so that we can tuelewe. So fast forward to them trying to get help. There was no signal, and then ikafika sasa this point hapa sasa ndio mambo inachemka huko mbele kienda karibu kuisha. So I think the bag fell. I know they had to go get the bag. It was like walikuwa juu, right? And then hapo like just below them, si kidogo sana, there's a kitu inakaa sahani ni kama hizi za DSTV, I don't know, like something like that, ilikuwa hapo chini. So the bag fell hapo. So they agreed one of us ateremke hapo chini aende bag because it has the phone, and then we try to get the signal. This is after they've tried everything, a lot wamejaribu things. It has not been successful. I think they even spent the night there. Now to the next day, I'm not sure how many days they spent there. Niliwatch your movie sometime back. Anyway, so they agreed sasa mmoja wao ashuke aende, the bag had fallen hapo. So one of the girls agreed and they were like, okay, nitakushikilia na kamba, we teremka. So akateremka. After so much struggle, it wasn't easy. They got to the bag. Now she has the bag, she's trying not to get up. I don't know what happened, but she slipped and then tukasikia tu kitu imeanguka ama tukasikia adhan pa. The next shot tunaonyeshwa ni the girl who is up akiangalia chini to check on her friend, ku confirm what has happened, where is she. And then the next thing tunaonyeshwa ni the other girl mwenye ako hapo chini ati kuanguka vibaya sana akisema niko hapa nivurute, and then akamvuruta and then wakavuruta the bag, and now they started trying to get the signal for the phone. So after wameka hapo, you know, at that time we're like, oh yeah, so they're trying to get the signal, wamechoka, now they're tired, they've already given up. You can imagine being up there. I think hata being in the forest is much better because you can run for your, unaweza matumi nitakimbia tu hadi kwenye tona barabara. You can imagine being up there. I think hadi ulikuwa na kabada ama nisikia kurama ni vulture ilikuwa inajaribu kuwauma. It was crazy. So you can imagine what they're going through uko juu. Higher. So now, what caught my attention was the ending. I'm just gonna spell for you guys the ending so that I can explain what happened. So apparently, this whole time, this girl who was up there was hallucinating. Because this girl down there, ile time tulisikia huge bang, alianguka na akakufa. Again, what does the mind do? If the pain is too overwhelming, the mind will protect you from that pain. So what the mind of this girl who was up did was shield her from the pain. And it delayed the grief. Ilisema, this we're not dealing with it right now. We will deal with it later. Because right now the mind is under so much stress. They're trying to get out of that place. There's no help. So already the mind is overwhelmed. Alafu uongeze overwhelming ingine. So the mind of this girl was like, we're not dealing with that. So it saw that and it was like, we're not dealing with that. Kuna movie nilifanya hiyo ya Dissociation. Gani? Kai, kwa nimefanya movie ngapi nimeshasahau. There's one I mentioned about Dissociation. Oh, hiyo ya mind split. You know, like the mind is like, I am moving away from that. I'm not dealing with that right now. But in this case, hii mind away ilisema, first nataka kudeal na vitu pole. So hii ya beshte yako kukufa, I'm not dealing with that. We're gonna deal with that baadaye after we've gotten help and gotten out of here. Can you imagine? So that is what the mind of this girl did to protect her from that pain and that loss. You can imagine now you're up there, you don't have help, and then your friend dies. You can imagine sasa umechoka juu peke yako. It was too much to handle. So that is what happened. So msichana kumbe venye alianguka alikufa. So this whole time hata her pulling the rope, staying, aka pull the friend, they sat there, they started talking. It was all jabber, hallucination. It was all the mind dissociated from reality. It can create another, figure. It was like, sasa, my friend is not dead, we're here, we're talking. Ikata kabisa ku accept the reality. So can you imagine? The mind can delay the grief. Delaying ni, atusha deal nayo sahi. Si sahi, not now. So, after the girl sasa wameka hapo, akaweza kufind the signal, called the dad, then help came. When she got down, that's when she realized, no, in the process of her getting help and her actually finding help, now to sasa ikakuwa in the process ya kumsaidia, ndo aka realize that the friend had died. So now the mind was like, okay, so we are already safe. Now, beshte yako alikufa. Too much to handle, right? But the ending ilinishtua. At that time, sikuwa naijua hivyo, but venye nimeka chini nikafikiria, I was like, oh my God. The mind protecting you from pain. When the pain is too much, the mind can just make you forget. The mind can just put that incident, uko nyuma, tutadili nao baadaye. Yeah, so Kama sijakuharibia, go and watch it. If I've not spoiled it for you and you would love to watch it, inaitwa Fall. You can make on Netflix, I don't know, but you can get to clips on TikTok. Yeah, go and see for yourself. So yeah, that is what the mind can do. That is what the mind does. Not all the time. Iko na different tactics ya help us navigate through pain or navigate something that is too overwhelming. So yeah, jiangalie. Maybe there's something that happened to you and the mind has been delaying that for the longest time, to protect you from pain. There are the other movies I'm gonna do zenye ziko hivyo, and you're gonna see. You're gonna actually see and get to understand what I mean by the mind delaying the pain, the mind dissociating itself from reality evil. So yeah, thank you for watching.